Welcome to our Black American Music Podcast. Our names are Jessica,
Ocean, Malika, Brianna,
Paige,
and Bintu.
Today's episode will focus on Stax records and Black representation in music.
We interviewed people close to us and asked them what they knew about Stax and what their experiences with Black music were.
I chose to interview my father, Fagans Jean. He's a Black 48-year-old male from Haiti. He brought up a great point of the importance of music in the Black culture. At first, my dad talked more about Motown, but as the conversation went on, I realized he knew more about Stax than I thought. He even knew some of the artists by name.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so when Hayes is more like a blues, like a New Orleans type of blues.
Exactly, definitely.
So, but that's all
I interviewed Billy Mack. He is a Black man and he's 50 years old. He pointed out a trend in music as I told him about the artists today and how they sampled Stax Records.
From Stax Records Company. I don't know if you know about them. They're kind of like a Motown, except that they were more like a mom and pop.
right. Well, it's funny because music in my generation, a lot of the artists sampled on music in my mother's generation.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that's like ongoing as part of it.
Yeah.
We know this generation sampled generations that came before them, whether it's a generation before or generations before.
I interviewed my Aunt Sharon Vines. She's 59 years old, and she was born and raised in Harlem.
And it was just all about etiquette and being professional and poised and being a man and being a woman or a lady. They were the group to look at, which is why you would see Diana Ross and the Supremes with these fabulous dresses and things, and then you also had, they're a good group, but they're not my favorite. The Temptations.
I love the Temptations. No,
I love
the
that.
Five Heartbeats. Within our conversation, I found it interesting how she knew a little bit about Stax, but she was more descriptive when talking about Motown.
I interviewed my Aunt Edna, and she is in her late 30s. We discussed the role of race, gender, representation, and the power in Black American music and how people give their opinions on what's truly important to them. The majority opinion was that representation was the biggest factor.
So the thing that you look for most is like representation or positive meaning in the song.
Yep. As long as it's good reading, you can dance to it. You can get you can find meaning to the words, a good. That's me. Yeah.
I interviewed my cousin Leanna, and she is a 29-year-old mixed woman. It was interesting that she tied in today's industry and how it hasn't changed. Women are still underrated and underrepresented.
I believe that representation is an important factor because it's basically the way the media portrays you. For example, if you're not someone society wants, or if you don't live up to their expectations, you won't make it that far. I also believe that your gender is also very important because even in today's society, it's harder for women to be accepted or to at least be acknowledged in the music industry for their own hard work and dedication.
I interviewed my grandmother, Cecilia Churchill, and she is 81 years old. She was familiar with some Stax Records artists like Otis Redding. Familiar with Otis Redding and Booker T and the MGs?
Otis Redding, but back in the day, absolutely. Yes. Booker T, I'm not sure of.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting in the evening calm, watching the ships roll in. Then I'll watch them roll away. Yeah. Sitting on the dock of the bay. sitting on the dock of the bay.